Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to go over all of the pre-order options for you for the launch of NHL 22. I'm going to give you guys the breakdown on all of the 25 X Factor choice pack. You need to select 2 of the 25, which ones are the most effective, and which icon you should choose. EA did release that they are letting us choose from 1 of 6 power-up icons, so which one is the most effective to give you the biggest advantage in NHL 22. Guys, don't forget, as always, please subscribe as I am on that march to 30,000 subscribers, and check me out on Twitch. I go live every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/nosleeves12. All right, let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's kick things off with the X Factor Player Choice Pack. This is going to be a pack of 25 predetermined X Factors, and you've got to make a selection of 2 of them. We're going to discuss that. They will be available for you if you pre-order the game on the 15th of October on the Friday launch, so just be aware of that. All right, let's get into the possible selections that you've got here with this pack. So what we'll do is we'll just go through the full list right then, and then we'll discuss which ones I think you should take. So we've got John Carlson, Connor Hellebuyck from the Winnipeg Jets, ANZE Kopitar from the Kings, Jake Guentzel of the Penguins, we've got Ryan O'Reilly, and Sean Couturier, Roman Josi, Brad Marchand, Austin Matthews. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about him in a little bit. Kirill Kaprizov, Leon Draisaitl, Dougie Hamilton, Matthew Barzal, Alexander Barkov, his teammate Jonathan Huberdeau, Mikko Rantanen, Marc-Andre Fleury, Patrick Kane, Elias Pettersson, Braden Point, Jacob Slavin, Matthew Tkachuk, Adam Fox, Mark Stone, and Joe Pavelski. So those are your options from the pre-order pack. All right, now before we get into my recommendations for choices of these X Factor players, there's a couple things I need to mention. One is if you have a base card, let's say you open up some packs during EA Play, or maybe this isn't the first pack that you opened. If you pack one of the higher overalls, their base card, then it's a pretty automatic decision. So the main guy that I'm talking about would be Leon Draisaitl, because if you packed Leon Draisaitl, then you save 100,000 coins upgrading him. I don't think Leon is the best choice. He is not a good value in terms of what you get and the upgrade cost, but if you get that final piece, if you get that base card before you open this, then that is going to be the recommendation I would give you. Make sure you take that at least, because, again, you're going to get an elite player, and it's not going to cost you an awful lot. But he is the only one. If you packed any of the base cards of the players that I'm not going to mention, then I would just avoid it, even though it's still not worth doing the upgrade, because there is a lot of X Factors that are not worth the investment, and this is really going to give you a nice leg up on the competition if you make the right selections early on. The other thing I need to say, though, is you guys need to make sure you take your favorite players. Like, honestly, if you're a Washington Capitals fan, take Ovechkin and Carlson. Like, honestly, it's Ultimate Team. Take your favorite players. I would never recommend taking, someone that you don't like just because you get an advantage in Hockey Ultimate Team a little bit. At the end of the day, it's really not going to kill you, so make sure that you take your favorite players. Okay, so now let's get into the actual cards I think you should take. The first one is Austin Matthews, and here's why. In all honesty, I don't think he's a tremendous value, but the cost to get him all the way up to his 88 is very, very high. And even when he's there, I think there are some other better options to spend your coins on. However, he is going to get a 91 overall master item, meaning that he can go up to the next tiers for his X Factor. The guarantee that you're going to get an increase is worth the cost that you would have to pay to get him up there. Like, you're not going to rush out and do it, but just knowing that you don't have to wait for prime times and team of the weeks and things like that, it's going to give you an advantage. And Austin Matthews, getting him out of the way, he's going to be a 99 by the end of the year. I would 100% take Austin Matthews as one of your selections. Now, the other one is going to come down to personal preference, but I love the value in John Carlson because he only costs 50,000 coins to get him to his max at 85 right now. He's already had a Team of the Week card, meaning that his next live series card, whether it be Team of the Week or Primetime or any event card, will give him an actual upgrade tier, whereas all the other cards that have not received a Primetime or Team of the Week, they need 2 essentially, because the X Factor started +1 of the base cards that came out. And if you guys need any more information on in-depth on X Factors, make sure you go watch my best X Factors video. I go over in detail. I crunched all of the numbers and found out which are the best values. So John Carlson 100% is one of the better values early on in the game, so he would be a nice second option to Auston Matthews. Patrick Kane would also be another good option. He is going to cost you 90,000 coins to get to his tier 7 card, or a collectible will save you 15k there, but I wouldn't spend it on the 15k tier. There are some other ones that cost about 20, and I would save it for those. But he does get distributor in the end. He's got great stats all the way around for, and you'll get a dynamic winger. I think that there's a better option, especially if you're going to take a winger, but Patrick Kane is a total viable option. I think that he's going to be a great card no matter what. My personal second pick would be Matthew Barzal. This card is absolutely nuts already. It is only going to cost you 50,000 coins in total, and you'll have a winger that's got 92 speed right out of the gate. He's an extremely good card. His shot is nasty for a winger, and I think that he's a tremendous value. His next upgrade tier, when he goes to 86, could bump his speed up to 93. Then you've got one of the fastest cards in the game. And then his shot is only going to go up a little bit more each time as well. Not to mention, between him and Patty Kane, he has got another tier to go before he gets into that expensive range. So his next tier to go to tier 8, which should only cost around 40k, whereas Patrick Kane's could be 65-ish or even higher. So keep that in mind. Matthew Barzal would be my second pick on top of Auston Matthews. I will give you the other options that you guys can consider, and again, these are all going to be just some of the values that I found in total. Again, my full video will explain them in depth, but Dougie Hamilton is also an option. He's only going to cost 25,000 to get to the max, and I think he's definitely a viable defenseman. However, I think John Carlson would be better. You've got Adam Fox. He's only going to cost 25,000 as well, same kind of situation. He's not going to be very good in his own zone, but he's very, very quick, and I have liked him on my free-to-play team. And then KOPITAR, if you're looking for a phenomenal centerman, he's got distributor, great on the draw, perfect center build, and as quick pick, all around very good. But again, these ones aren't nearly as valuable as Matthews, Kane, Carlson, or Barzal, so just keep that in mind. All right, guys, now on to the 6 power-up icon choice pack. Let's break that one down. But what I want to discuss first is that these cards will go up +1 overall throughout the year at the first of every month. Okay, so these are valuable cards. You want to look at the longevity of them as the game progresses, because +1 overall every month does have value, but speed and skating only goes up by 0.5. So that means that every 2 months is essentially when they're going to go up in speed. So that will be a pretty big determining factor, but we'll take a look and see which ones are worth it. So let's go and rank the power-up icons right now. All right, we'll start first with a new icon, the 83 Shane Doan. Gets Wingman as tier 1 and no contest. Not a very good card at face value, but if you upgrade him for 15,000 coins or 1 power-up collectible, you want to use the coins here. Power-up collectibles would be worth a little bit more than that, in my opinion. He gets Fly the Zone, which is huge, because that gets his speed to 86, acceleration and agility 84, and then his shooting is in the low to mid-80s. Hand stats, not very good. 79 deking, hand-eye and passing at 83. All around, not a very good card. And again, you got to remember, so at the 1st of November, he will get an upgrade. It might bump his speed up to 87 with Fly the Zone, 85 without it. But it's not guaranteed because of the 0.5 increase to skating. And then as December goes around, he would be at 87 no matter what. And that's really tough to justify using this card, because he's not really going to be super beneficial at anywhere else, because you can't put him at center. And that means he's a pure right-handed winger card, and there are a lot of those early on, especially the X Factor. So this would be a pass from me with the Shane Doan. Next up from the Montreal Canadiens, we've got the 83 Guy Carbonneau with Light the Lamp and Yoink. Yoink, in my opinion, not a very strong superstar ability. Right off the rip, if you get him up to tier 2, 15,000 coins or a power-up collectible, again, only do the coins for these cards, he gets Bombarded, which I do like, not a bad one, but I actually prefer Light the Lamp over it, but there's no skating synergy, so his speed is at 85, and that's just too low. With his shot accuracy at 79, you gotta think, again, November comes, his slap shot goes up to 80 accuracy, his speed maybe goes up to 86. This is just a hard pass for me. He's got good, he's a great centerman in terms of face-off, stick checking, and defensive awareness, don't get me wrong, but he's built like a winger. 5'11", 176 is not really going to be able to bump people off the puck in the middle of the ice, so this would be a pass for me with the 84 Guy Carbonneau. Then we've got the 83, IGOR LARIONOV. He was one of the best cards early on in Hockey Ultimate Team in NHL 20. However, in NHL 22, not as effective. So if you get him up to tier 2, he's got 85 speed and acceleration. Again, you're starting to see a theme here. Hand stats are all above 85 except for deking. And then again, on the draw, he's not bad. 89 faceoffs, defensive awareness, stick checking at 87 as well. He gets Magician, which is okay, but doesn't really help him all that much. At 5'11 as a centerman, he's got to do some exceptional stuff elsewhere, and he just doesn't. So this as well would be a pass for me from the power-up icon pack. Moving on to the 83, Markus NASLUND from the Vancouver Canucks. With tier 2, can get him up to 84 overall with 86 speed, 86 acceleration, 86 agility. Not a bad skater, so better than the other options. And he's got a very good wrist shot, which is phenomenal for wingers. That is the most important stat after speed. 89 wrist shot accuracy, 89 power is nice, and you got to remember, on November 1st, his wrist shot accuracy will go up to 90, so there definitely is value there. However, again, no skating stat, but let's just take a look elsewhere. He's not very big, and his body checking is very low for someone that is, you know, a little bit slower, and his superstar ability, Snipe, is not worth it, in my opinion, at all. So again, this one would not be the one I would recommend. Then we've got from the Toronto Maple Leafs, the 83, Eddie OLCZYK. With 84 skating at tier 2, gets him up to 85, acceleration 85 as well. Not a bad centerman with 80 faceoffs, defensive awareness and stick checking. Not terrible at 85 and 84. A little bit lower on the body checking at 82 as well. But he is 6'1", so that matters a little bit less. His hand-eye and passing, not very good, and his shooting is below 80. I honestly would rather have NASLUND over Eddie OLCZYK, but again, this one's going to be up to you. If you like the Leafs, then probably go with him, but yeah, this one would be a pass for me as well. And then we get to the 83 Ray Ferraro. This is by far the easiest choice EA could have given us. So let's just recap here. All right, we've got someone with 88 speed, 87 acceleration, 86 agility before he gets his upgrade, which then boosts it to 89, 88 acceleration, 87 agility, and he also has distributor. So that means his speed is 91. He's got a wrist shot all above 85, his hand stats all above 85. Where he lacks is defensively. 76 body checking on someone who's 5'10" means that he is going to be a liability in his own zone at bumping people off the puck. However, stick checking and defensive awareness are at 87, and you can use him at center with that 86 on the draw. This is by far the easiest choice. They could have made it a little bit harder by throwing in some other players, but there is no reason, if you are just trying to pick the best player to add to your team, it's not even close. Ray Ferraro is 100% the option, and he will be the one that I will be picking as well. Very, very easy choice here with the 84 Ray Ferraro. So, guys, I hope this video helps you make your pre-order selections a little bit easier. If you have any questions, please join my Discord. We've got over 2,000 members, and all we're doing is talking Hockey Ultimate Team. And make sure you check me out on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/nosleeves12. I stream every single day. I'm probably live while you're watching this video. But, guys, thank you again for watching, and I will see you later. Have a good one.